welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Sandalwood and sage, sandalwood and sage. We're just going to get right into the read this morning, shall we? Actually, it's not even morning. It's after 2 o'clock. We'll use these ones. See what Spirit has to tell us this afternoon. Spirit, what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? Nostalgia, happy memories. A return to innocence and joy. Maybe going down memory lane. Challenged by King of Swords in the upright. So they're challenged because there's a King of Swords in the upright here who's truthful and honest, and they lost their opportunity. It could be that a King of Swords caused them to lose their opportunity on returning to a fresh, new, innocent start. This King of Swords kept somebody from this particular Wheel of Fortune. Somebody didn't plan well. In the subconscious, Queen of Cups in the upright. So yeah, this person was wanting to, is thinking about a compassionate and emotionally stable woman. They're challenged because they lost an opportunity with this person. And they're challenged because it's a King of Swords who caused them to lose this opportunity. In the recent past, conflict. There was a competition, and with the intention and expectation, High Priestess in the upright. Somebody who loves abusive relationships wanted to get attached to this High Priestess. In the near future, the Fool, new beginnings and possibilities, blind faith, the lens they're looking through. The Four of Cups in the upright. They're disconnected. Reevaluating. Not interested in every offer that's being presented. Not even willing to consider it or look at it. It's like they're sitting there minding their own business, and people continuously like, hey, what about this? Here, take this. Here, take this. It's like it's a maybe what they once wanted isn't what they want anymore. In the environment, we've got a 10 of Wands. Somebody's heavily burdened. Hopes and fears. Well, okay, now that was just me being hopes and fears. The hope is the hope and fear. Well, there's teamwork, collaboration, building something. Three of Pentacles in the upright. Somebody could be worried about what this team is building, or they could be hoping that that they'll be able to join a group that will be able to build something, offload some of this responsibility, this burden. In the result, is the World, end of a cycle. It's an end of a cycle for this Queen of Wands, who's courageous, confident, determined. And this is causing a painful ending for somebody. The end of this cycle, the completion of this cycle by the Queen of Wands causes a Ten of Swords for somebody. Like they're here carrying this like they wanted to offload this onto this High Priestess. Are they stuck carrying their own burden? King of Cups is here. King of Cups is here, and there's a Queen of Cups here that was in the subconscious of this person who was targeting them. King of Cups is here. The Star. New ideas. It's this Ten of Cups. Things about this Ten of Cups is still being hidden. There's judgment being called. And there's going to be a financial loss and a tower for these ones. Ah, there it is. Celebration. Queen of Swords is here. So the King of Swords is here and the Queen of Swords is here. And Justice. I figured she'd be around there somewhere. Whoops. Just a FYI, I shuffle after every read and then I shuffle before. So we get good shuffles. But it's crazy how the same stuff keeps coming out, right? So somebody wanted to return to innocence. Competition. They want to return to innocence not by doing the inner work to get there, but by actually swapping places with this Queen of Cups. There is somebody here wanting in competition, wanting to swap places with this Queen of Cups, and she may not even know that this is happening. There's a King of Swords here who is very disciplined and truthful, an authority figure. And he's causing a challenge for this one because they missed their chance. That's not working. This King of Swords is like, no. And oh. And oh. No, you can't. You're in competition with her. No, you can't communicate with her because all you want to do is punch her. No. No communications. So we've got this Queen of Cups here. Okay, now, come on. Oh, look at that. She's at peace. She's a teacher. This Queen of Cups is at peace. She's compassionate and she's a healer. emotional, stable, and caring. She's a teacher, or she will be, or she will be. And it's almost like this one's job was to take her out so that she couldn't teach people about what it is that they're doing. This chicken behind scenes, how they're in competition with those who aren't even aware of their presence, and they're duking it out with people who are suffering without even knowing why. And they're doing all this work to just be peace within themselves. And his chicken's over here invisible. Bam, 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 take that. And you're like, why, God? Life sucks so bad. What? And you're like, persevere, child. And you're like, oh, singing the song of patience. And you're like, oh, and you're like, you don't even know these guys are like doing this. You just know life sucks. And your whole family line was like, what's the purpose of life? To survive. Okay, why? I don't know. It just sucks. Okay. It's because of this shit. Nobody knew because there were so many clamps put down over the field of consciousness and the field of awareness. These guys thought it was funny. Oh, yes, they're laughing. They're like, it's funny coming up against this high priestess. It's hilarious trying to steal her spot. It's funny pretending to be her. It's great fun to be you. It's great fun to be you, high priestess. They want your position. They want to be you. They know how to be you. They've been studying you. And maybe you've been giving them all they need. Showing your face and your mannerisms. Making it easy. So yes, we've got a leadership role here in the near future, High Priestess. You being you. Coming into a leadership role, the Fool, new beginnings, new opportunities, blind faith often looks like insanity. You're not in any big hurry. You're not in any big hurry at all. It could be that you're like, right? Taking a moment. Okay, now, don't you be jumping out here. Oh, I'm going to have to take them because this pertains to this. Driver, yes or no? You're disconnected. Driver, yes or no? So it could be that the driver, the one who wants to puppet you, has been disconnected. Like you're sitting here, or maybe you've been disconnected from those people who wanted to puppet you, who you've been fighting against, however that shows up for you. You know, expressing and like owning yourself. You chose self. You disconnected yourself from the puppet master, the driver. And you are in contemplation now. You're reevaluating. There's a heavy burden here, but it's completion also. Right? And you're not going to be martyred. They can't martyr you. You've got a 10 of wands. You're heavily burdened, but they're not able to martyr you. There's a team here from home. It could be that you have ancestors, otherworldly ancestors, present here now. working to make sure that you are safe. And that has to do with this blind faith. Trust in that which you cannot see. Trust in that which you inherently know exists. There's proof of it in your own experience, and the fact that you're still breathing. These miracles that the psyche has difficulty accepting as reality or something tangible, right? Everybody wants to call it luck or whatever. Perfect timing. When it's all divinely orchestrated by the team that we have in the unseen, that are from our ancestry. Or maybe even if you want to go there, woo-woo, home planet. Alien. Alrighty then, so this is the completion. It's the world. We got a Queen of Wands who's courageous and confident, determined to be joy. Yes, sirree. And this causes a painful ending for somebody. 10 swords in the back. 10 swords in the back. Oh, religion. It causes a painful ending for religion. Queen of Wands, what did you do? You caused some deep wounds for religion. What's going on, sister? You and your kin. Creators against the vain, right? In competition for this limelight. It was prophecy. It was prophesied. It was prophesied. Why is it that I don't know this prophecy? How is it that the entire world knows this prophecy and I don't know what this prophecy is? I just don't think it's right that nobody's sharing that. So if you do know, please share in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Somebody has a limited perception of perfection. They think maybe it just means to be optimistic, to look sweet. There's a change. There's a change on who is seated on this throne. Change. New cycles. And everybody knows about it. All their divination tools are telling them, every method that they have to see this is letting them know that it's time to remember here and now. Here and now, there's an act of love, remembering the mother and the child in this new cycle. They won't be forgotten. I could go through the whole deck, but let's just move on now, shall we? We don't want to. We got 19 minutes. So yeah, somebody's in competition for your new start. And it's just duking it out. King of Swords is like, nah. King of Swords has been, oh yeah, they're in despair. They're in despair. Because you're returning to innocence and joy, and they're still wanting to compete for this. They're in despair over this. They lost their opportunity. King of Swords is here, communicating, and And by communicating, it looks to me more like duking it out. And whoever this is, they're in despair. They're challenged because they lost their opportunity. So they went to fight. They were in competition. They wanted to communicate about this gift, right? And they they lost their opportunity. They made bad investments, and now they're facing poverty. And in their back of their mind or in their subconscious, they see this Queen of Cups who's at peace, emotionally stable, and she's teaching. She's teaching people, or she will be. This thief is, he sees this sudden wealth. He's here. It's wealth. So this peaceful person, this Queen of Cups, is a teacher, and there's sudden wealth here, and there's a thief here, wants it. Present. He's in despair, probably desperate, pretending to be others, competing for personalities because they don't have one. So they got to go choose somebody to become because they don't know who to be. According to the cards, it appears as though maybe they're so disconnected from self, they gave away all the broken pieces and there's nothing left. They have to go be somebody else. They have to wear somebody else's personality, and they have chosen this high priestess. And they're fighting. They're bringing conflict to this high priestess. They want to be this high priestess. They want to be you. They want to wear you. They want to be you. It's a mature man. He wants to be you. Huh. Isn't that interesting? And it is look at this, be you, and it is a man on that card. He wants to be you, high priestess. He wants to be you. He wants to be the leader. He wants your marriage. He wants your new beginnings. You're the privileged lady. Yeah, on the distant horizons, real soon. This is new beginnings in the near future. They want your role. Leadership, teacher, privileged lady, sudden wealth. Marriage came out again. You're sitting here thinking maybe disconnected. You're disconnected from those who want to drive you. This driver is here wanting to puppet you big time. Wanting to puppet this marriage. Wants to come in, body snatch you or something. And drive you. So that they can control this marriage. But there's a disconnection here. That's what they want. This a-hole wants to body snatch a high freaking priestess, a privileged lady. He wants her position of leadership. He wants to be the divine masculine's wife. There's 10 wands here, heavy burdens, but they're not able to martyr you. They're not high honor. You've got a team from home who's helping you regarding your courtship, regarding your marriage. They're not just going to let this go. What a creep. What a creep. They're not a wealthy man. They're religious. They got 10 swords in their back. You finished out this cycle. You're the privileged lady. You're like Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, High Priestess. You're like the Empress. Oh, they couldn't hide you. There's going to be a change. Oh, that's got these people very concerned. 26 minutes. Mature vampire man wants to body snatch a high priestess empress and have a and be in a woman's suit body. Wants to steal her house. I imagine that'll please divine masculine real well. Yeah, they lost their freedom. They're in despair. They lost their freedom. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. It could be that they lost their freedom because you stayed humorous. You didn't let shit get you down. You didn't go low vibrational. You kept it real, man. They couldn't puppet you. And you're mental. They're challenged by communications regarding this gift. They lost their opportunity. They're facing poverty. There's a King of Swords here who's not fooling around about this. Like they thought they were just competing with this peaceful, loving Queen of Cups who just pours out cups of love all over everything. They thought they could just come in and steal her sudden wealth. They didn't realize there was a King of Swords. Like, hey, what you doing? They figured she was all alone. She was easy prey. That's what they thought. They're facing poverty. They're not able to get the abundance. They're challenged. They can't have the abundance. They're facing poverty. This thief thought he'd just come right in and make an easy target out of this Queen of Cups. That's what he's got in his head. She's courageous. And emotionally stable. So there's a mature man playing a role, wearing the personality, bringing conflict. Is he a shapeshifter? Playing the role of a high priestess? Trying to be her? Sneakiness. Oh, well, okay. He has to surrender, and there is death here. High priestess, they wanted to be you. You're a privileged lady. They've been found guilty. And you, my dear, released all the beliefs that no longer assisted in your soul's growth. You're like, I'm letting that go, I'm letting that go, I'm letting that go, and I'm letting all that go. You let go of that guilt which bound you to lower vibrational shit. They were hoping to attach to that. You let it go. So you got new beginnings on the distant horizons, a leadership role, a teacher maybe. There's regret, cannot change the past. Somebody's in regret because they can't change the past. I don't think that's you, but somebody's in regret. Could be this thief. You've been disconnected, or this driver has been disconnected. There's a driver, somebody who drives consciousness, who drives consciousness, who puppets people, who puppets relationships. Check it out, man. They puppet relationships, but they've been disconnected. Or wait, they've been disconnected. So those who typically drive unions, and whether, what is it? Break up just to make up. That's all we do. And it's because of this shit. But it looks like they've been disconnected from that. And it could be not only from the union of this high priestess, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's about all divine unions, that the puppet's master or whoever is disconnected from the ability to interfere in these unions. I'm hoping. I got the impression the other day that the young ones, the sisters and the daughters, the virgins, if you will, in spirit, that they're not contracting right now. That there's no contracts being allowed because magic is happening and they're being mentally magicked into contracting. And so I now don't quote me because I can't remember if anybody said that. It's more of an impression, or I don't know if it was a dream, or maybe somebody on the internet said it somewhere. That's highly possible. That I heard somebody else say that the young ones, they're not contracting right now. The contracts have stopped. This has to be cleared up. I hope that that's true. I don't know if it is, like I said, but I hope, because I've seen, you know, the young, sweet girls I visited, and I've seen at least one in a really bad way, and I just don't think it's right that they get magicked into these atrocious situations. I just don't think it's fair, and I hope that it is stopped. They're in denial, denial, denial. They've been disconnected, denial. Denied. Purpose. A heavy burden. It couldn't martyr you. They're not high honor. You have purpose. You know what you're here to do. Yeah, they couldn't stop you. You have a team from home, and they're protecting your courtship. They're not going to let these people drive it. They won't let these people obtain you. You're precious in the eyes of some. You're highly valued. You're highly valued by both of them. Come on. You must know it's true. It's just that they project themselves onto that which they value differently, I suppose is the best way to put it. Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So, fear. Of course it's here. How do you manage it? How do you manage it? Do you manage it like the card? You're testing your resolve to live in the energy of love? Or do you let it swallow you up and shrink you and shrivel you and lower your the potency of your essence, you know? Do you try to escape it by becoming small? Because it will swallow you whole. Indeed it has many. Indeed it has you. Probably more than just a time or two. So on the outcome, we do have completion. This Queen of Wands, courageous. Ooh, determined. Honors the physical vessel that enshrines her soul. Balanced. In this religion, that's a painful ending for this religion. That's the end of being a wealthy man. That's the end of siphoning off of those who are in service to life. They can't take from them anymore, because they persevered through the challenge, just as it was requested, as far as I know, in some holy scripture somewhere. Don't ask me, I'm not religious. You persevered, you trusted your intuition for certain. You let that inner voice guide you, and judgment is being called here. Judgment is being called here on what was done to the empathic people by those who envied them and their ability to maintain an inner peace. Wow. Not knowing all the answers. You know, you may have been unconsciously attracted to situations in relationships that were for your highest good. And in hindsight, you may see that even though they turned out to, the experience was probably one of the most atrocious things that you'd ever gone through. In hindsight, you may have realized that you discovered more about yourself in those moments than you could have otherwise. I don't know. You know, not all relationships that are for our highest good are pleasant, unfortunately. That is true. Which is why experiencing some of these lesser desired circumstances help us to be better judges, or should I say, to expand our capacity for compassion. We're not just out here blindly casting, words of brokenness on people without having embodied what it's like to be that. So I imagine karma is going to be teaching a lot of people a lot of things, and I hope that everybody, including myself, is able to find the blessing in that. And so until the next one, have a great night.